Well, good morning, channel. Out for another motovlog and photography trip this morning. It's a Sunday morning. Temperature's about 72 degrees, which is just perfect. This morning I'm taking a little trip to Ray Roberts State Park. Been there once before. It's a beautiful area. Might see some wildlife. Speaking of wildlife, hello Longhorn. Anyway, before we get started this morning, I want to stop for a minute, say a prayer for all the folks affected by the tragedy in Allen, Texas yesterday at the Allen Outlet Malls. This mall is I live in North Texas, not very far from that mall at all, and I've been there. Ooh, the wind. I've been there many times. And that mall is absolutely packed on weekends. So if you haven't heard the news, yesterday there was a mass shooting. I forget how many victims. I think 9 last time I heard the count. But an off-duty police officer just happened to be there, and while everybody else was scattering, he was running towards the gunfire, and he neutralized the shooter. The shooter is gone. Thank God for, when I say he, I don't know yet if the off-duty police officer was male or female, but thank God they were there, and thank God that they were brave, as most police officers are, to run into the face of the fire and protect the public. That's what they do. Every time I see a police officer, I tell him thank him for his service, or I'll buy his coffee if it's at the coffee shop or whatever. Those guys make very little relative to the amount of risk they take every day on our behalf. Anyway, these tragedies seem to happen more and more and more. I mean, it just makes you not want to be in a big public place with a lot of people around. I mean, I know that's not the answer either. And I'm a religious guy. I firmly believe that, God has me in His hands, and what is, just is, according to His plan. Anyway, prayers to them. A lot of families waking up this morning with pain and heartache. My thoughts go out to them. Okay, anyway, a few things have happened since the last motovlog. I know some of you commented on my last motovlog that my face shield was fogging up, and I did have the pin lock. It's just a new helmet and I hadn't put it in yet, so I put the pin lock in this morning. It was not cold enough to test it out, but it's in now. Easy to do. Now on Highway 380. Not bad on Sunday morning, but most of the time you don't want to be on this highway. Oh, look at all the yellow flowers. Beautiful. Yeah, this highway is obviously fast, 50 miles an hour with no center median. Not a highway you want to be on very much during the middle of the day or during the weekday. Last motovlog, I comment about how I think this new showy Neotech 2 helmet, it's just a tad noisier than a Neotech 1. And I kind of still think that, but one person commented that, you know, these helmets, they come with inserts in the ears. If you're not going to use a communication system, there's a round little foam disc that's just connected where the speakers in your ears go, or speakers in the helmet go. And what he did was he took off the little round foam disc from those inserts and, I don't know, taped, glued, affixed them to the backside, or to the, not the backside, the facing side of the speakers. Cut down on some of the wind noise. I'm not sure how that might affect the sound quality, you know, getting through to your ears, but that's a thought. I mean, it doesn't bother me, the wind noise. The only reason it would bother me is if it interrupts these motovlogs so much that you can't hear what I'm saying. What else have I done to the bike since we last talked? You know, put the pin locks in my face shield. Not a lot. Oh, I finally figured out the sequence it takes with this new helmet, new intercom system. As you can see, my Waze is up on my screen down here. To get Apple CarPlay to engage. I'll stop for gas up here. So yeah, I'll be back in a second after gas to let you know what I did there. It was frustrating, but I think we have a program now. Okay, filled up with gas. Range says 264 miles. Good to go. So the Apple CarPlay thing, man, I couldn't get it to work. I don't care what sequence I started up, turned on things. You know, you got three things. You got the bike, you got the helmet and its intercom system, and then you got your phone. And I tried every possible combination and it wasn't working. I reset things. I mean, I got on Facebook and Going forums and asked for advice, and many people gave me advice. Everybody has their way of doing it. It seems to work for them, and I had a way that was working great on the Neotech 1, and even that same method worked on this Neotech 2 for a time or two, and then it just quit working. I mean, nothing I could do. So here's what I did. First of all, I figured out that the phone doesn't have to be connected to the bike, not for any reason. Just has to be connected to the helmet. Hey, Ryder. So I turned off Bluetooth on the phone. Step one, just turn it off. Then I turn on the bike next. Step 2, turn on the bike. Then I turn on the helmet communication. Step 3, turn on the helmet. And I sit here and I listen for music to come through my speakers. And the music is coming from the bike because I've turned off Bluetooth on my phone. It's not coming from my phone. The music is coming from the bike. As soon as I hear the music, and that takes 30 seconds to a minute, as soon as I hear that, I know it's connected. At that time, I plug in my phone, and my phone has not been plugged in. At that time, I plug in the phone. And that seems to work. Apple CarPlay comes up and we're good to go. So that's what I'm going to do from here on out. Y'all can see my friend the biker. Speed biker, God bless him. I can't lean over that much. Maybe I could in my younger days, like when I had my Nighthawk 650. It wasn't quite the speed bike of today. 1984 model. As I've said before, lucky to be alive from those years. So anyway, that's the story on the Bluetooth. I'm happy I found something that works, and if any of you guys were the ones that were helping me through Facebook with suggestions, thank you very much. So y'all leave a comment below if you've struggled with your Bluetooth, not your Bluetooth, your communication, your Apple CarPlay. If you've struggled with that, leave a comment below on what works for you. So also yesterday, I think I mentioned in my last motovlog that I had to change the brake pads on my Ford Expedition. They were squealing a little bit. Asked my son to help me. He's 16 years old. My dad taught me how to change brake pads. And there's a lot of thought into it, a lot of things you got to do in the right order. So I asked him if he wanted to help me, and to my surprise, he said yes. So he came out there and he helped me get the lug nuts off the Expedition. There's 6 of them per tire. They were on there pretty tight, but he helped me do that. We pulled the tire off, and you know, after we had the thing jacked up safely, we pulled the tire off, and he said, and it's a big tire. I mean, it's 22-inch rims on this thing, and it's just a big tire. He said, how are you going to get that back on? I said, you're gonna lift it back on. And you know, obviously it's too big for him to lift on. I said, you know, I'll do it, but yeah, you got to pick it up and lift it back on. So anyway, we got through most of the first wheel, and then unfortunately changing brake pads became kind of boring to him, and took a back seat to his favorite everyday thing, the World Wide Web, and the games and videos contained within. So I lost my helper in this rite of passage. Speaking of rites of passage, born and raised in the Dallas area, Texas, the state of Texas, and I know absolutely nothing about raising horses or raising cattle. I'm gonna have to hand back my Texas card. Oh, llamas. Hello, little llamas. Oh, what we got here in the road? A little turtle. Dude, seriously, you need to get on across there, buddy. This is not the place to be. Some old growth trees out there. Beautiful. Oh, I have been here before. I remember taking a photo of those old growth trees. Beautiful area. Wow, look at the horns on those. Serious long horns. Alright, we are not far now. State Parks, right? Oh, right up here. On the right, I was going to say. Ray Roberts Lake State Park. Isle des Bois? Where's my French friend when I need him? Welcome! Oh, $7 per adult. That's a bargain. Oh, look. Watch for deer sign. I certainly will. Although I can't stop and photograph them. There's no shoulder here. Good morning, how are you?
Pretty good, how about yourself?
I'm alright.
It's a good morning for a ride.
It is a beautiful morning for a ride. Oh, the temperature is outstanding.
Okay. Total's gonna be $7 for
Oh.
most of our
Do you got a discount for really old people? I'm kidding. I mean, I might qualify, but I'm kidding. Oh, is it got to be put on the bike somehow? Is it paper?
But you know what? We're just gonna have you put it in your.
I can put it on the windshield. It's fine.
You think it's gonna stay?
It'll stay. Especially on the inside.
Yeah.
Not a problem.
You want to make you some more tape just in case?
No, it's good.
Alright.
I'm not going to be zipping around any corners or anything like that. You have a good day.
Thank you, sir.
Hmm? We're gonna find a place up here to park and do some walking around with a camera. And keep our eyes peeled for deer. I mean, literally last time I was here, I saw plenty. Oh, hello deer. There was one. Alright guys, out here at Ray Roberts State Park, beautiful state park. Walk around and see what we can find, anything interesting to shoot. In my haste in getting out this morning, I forgot the wireless Me, the Rode wireless Me connection, so I'm going to be using this wired connection while I'm out here. Let's see what we can find. Just a beautiful little walking path in here. Quiet, love all the green. Little cove back in here. Got a shot of that giant old growth oak, the back of that cove. Love old trees. The stories they could tell. This is really a nice little park if you're looking for a weekend camping or just a day trip. Lots of nature trails, some of them concrete like this, most of them not. You can do a lot of exploring out here. Alright, just a very pretty place. Got some shots of a few birds, got a little bit of video deer. It's good morning. Time to head back to the casa. Driving by this Ford dealership, saw a few Broncos out here. Nice. That's the green color my wife likes. Every one of these are the Sasquatch edition, which has the bigger tires, the stronger suspension. Looks nice and black too. I think I'd have to take the red one. Wild Track. Sasquatch, you know how Sasquatch edition has a picture of Sasquatch right there on the sticker. Bigger tires, flared fenders. Ooh, that red's nice. Hard top. Dang it, I think I'd like a soft top. I don't know. That's kind of a burnt orange color. That's nice. And then finally down here in gray. That's a pretty color too. They're all nice colors. Alright guys, well it's a bit windy out here, so I think I'm going to end the video right here. Just head back home. I want to thank you for joining me today. If you like motorcycle content or photography content, please click the like button and subscribe button. It costs you nothing, and you get to enjoy these when I can get them out. Today we went to Ray Roberts State Park, beautiful place. Highly recommend you guys come out and check it out if you're looking for a daytime fun spot or maybe a camping over the weekend spot. Really nice in the North Texas area. Alright guys, well thank you so much, and until I see you again, ride safe and God bless.